proud to be white, but I'm fine with it, cause I'm not allowed to have pride in it. Cause the colonizers and the white bigots made white history my business. I ain't never gonna give a damn if you like me. I ain't gon' trip when they stereotype me. I'm a white boy and a white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Fight me when
I get what he's saying, but at the same point, if you're going to continuously say you're not doing anything wrong, that's the problem. That's not that's they know that. Yeah. But they want you to do this. Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. So the request is for the MacDonald and Adam Calhoun once again back together with the song Race Wars. So you guys are also asking about Dax and the Abyss. You guys, we put out that video. That video is already out. I will link it above me. But there were issues with that video. Number one, it was copywritten, but we were allowed to use it, so that we just won't get monetized for it, which is fine. But the second issue was that the video itself is highly restricted. So some countries won't even be able to see that his video, period. And so because it's restricted like that, it messes up our algorithm. And then problem number 3 was our fault, because it was about, the Abyss is about mental health. It's a really good song. You guys should hear it. It's about mental health, and we mentioned the S word when you talk about mental health. If you guys, depression leads to this sometimes. We mentioned the S word a few times. There's a trigger words in the YouTube world. And so when we say trigger words like that, the video will get suppressed and it cuts off our algorithm. I understand why some of these music reaction YouTubers get so frustrated, because we are not music reaction YouTubers in that way, you know. But you know, you guys, we take requests from what you guys say in the comments, and I know the headache they go through now with all of these, the record labels, all, you know, just trying to get the video up, trying to react to it. It's really difficult. Now, so we're gonna react to this here, Race Wars with Adam Calhoun and MacDonald. This is probably copywritten too, so I don't know what's gonna happen with this. So hopefully you guys can see it. So we'll watch this together.
It's okay to be racist, as long as you hating on the Caucasians, teaching white kids that their shade's the same as school shooters and rapists. Maybe I'm tripping because the white children have been getting taught that they got white privilege by the white guys in the high heels who identify as the white women. I'm not proud to be white, but I'm fine with it, because I'm not allowed to have pride in it, because the colonizers and the white bigots made white history my business. I ain't never gonna give a damn if you like me. I ain't gon' trip when they stereotype me. I'm a white boy and a white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Fight me. When I was younger, they taught me to never see color, to treat every man as if he was my brother. But now that we're grown up, we hate one another for all of the ways that we struggle and suffer. They coming for blood and we running for cover. The government wants us divided and dumber, addicted and drunk in the gutter, so we never wake up and never recover. Call me culture vulture cause I rap good. I don't pop Zans or smoke backwoods, but they call me a wigger and label me Hitler and hate like I'm wearing a Klan hood. It ain't left or right or black or white, it's good and evil. Elite folks hate normal people. United we stand and divided we fall. America, we gotta get real. You were segregated, that was not fair. You were enslaved, they did not care. But you were never on a plantation and my generation was not there. That's trauma in your DNA, causing what we see today. I pray to God you staying strong, don't wanna see no man in pain. You white folks, I'm embarrassed. Some of y'all are such Karens. That prejudice you inherited was racism from your parents. Get that poison out your veins. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our graves, just let me try to explain. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, cause our lives matter more.
Okay, yeah, so, right, they want us to pit us against each other.
Yeah.
That's the idea. They want to pit us against one another. Yep,
I get what he's saying, but at the same point, if you're going to continuously say you're not doing anything wrong, that's the problem. That's not they know that.
Yeah.
But they want you to do this so that you can be called white privilege and say, oh, the reason why you can think like this is because of, you know, white privilege. I mean, I say I hate to say just ignore it. Keep your kids out of public school. Yeah. Keep your kids, take these phones away from your young kids.
I mean, I don't hate saying ignore it. I mean, I know there's like, it's hard to ignore some of the things that are going on. But
I just laugh at it.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it's just stupid.
It is stupid. And also, like you said, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing by...
Americans are not oppressed.
Yeah, they're not. None of us.
None of us are oppressed. Americans are not oppressed. I don't care what race you are, what gender you are, what sexuality you go for. You know, we're not oppressed here.
You're
so
privileged.
if you want to pretend like you are, then you know,
so be
do
it.
that.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of this is coming in schools.
Yeah.
I'm saying homeschool your kids, send them to private school, or just give them a foundation where they understand that what they see on TV is just simulation. It's not real. It's just, you know, you're being programmed. It's called television programming for a reason. Being programmed to not feel like you're, you know, like you're some kind of slave.
How it was back in, you know, the real racist America times. It's like a lot of black people are acting like that towards white people now.
Black people have become the new we are becoming everything we hated about white people in the mid-century.
Yeah.
Everything we hated about them. We are slowly but surely, not even slowly but surely, we are now becoming not only the racist, but we're also really cool with communism. So I don't want to hear anything about what white people did when we're kind of doing it too.
Right.
So
If you born black, you lose. Might as well go get that. You gon' die before you 25. Get shot over your shoes. You gon' get killed by police even when you follow the rules. If you listen to the news, you gon' believe all this is true. True. I ain't feel no white guilt. They don't ride for me when I'm killed. I guess white lies don't matter. It's sad, but that's the way that I feel. I feel like they feel like I don't know what they all call me. Cis white male, bigot racist. He's a Nazi. That's not me. I'm not one of these white liberal commies who think black America needs allies in their army. Your neighborhood's all gated and claim you pro-black, but you faking. Guys are dying on the pavement. All your hashtags won't save them. That ain't gangster. People begging for their life still. I know white people who can't afford to pay their light bill, who might feel like they the ones who losing their life, when the worst thing you could be is not ashamed to be white. White privilege is a system they position for division. If you black, you go to prison. If you white, your life is different. Take some money, race religion, sprinkle in some ammunition, and make everyone believe that the other team is the villain. I ain't pro-black, I ain't pro-white, I'm pro-American. Every color turns to bones one day when you bury them. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our graves, just let me try to explain. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more. They want us in a race war, dying in the streets. Should be us against them, but it's you against me. Ain't nobody gonna win. Everybody gon' see that the color of your skin don't change the color that you bleed. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more.
Like, I always like reacting to these guys because they have a social stance, and I like that. We did the one thing I noticed here is that when he said that he, you know, doesn't believe in white power, black power, whatever, it's just that we're all American. So when we did a video a long time ago about we prefer not to be called African American, we prefer to be called black. One, and two, American. So we said that we are American. You know, and this really made a lot of black people that watched us upset. I think that he is right. Like, if we just say that we're all American, you know, and stop the division in that way, although I understand we have cultural differences. You know, there's cultural differences. We can't get away from that. That doesn't mean that we should all be the same type of American. But we all are American. And I think that when we divide ourselves up, this is where it gets all messed up, especially when you call yourself African American, because that is it's a hyphenated, or that's literal. You have now hyphenated from your country, in my opinion. So I am American, but I'm a black person in America. You know what I mean? I don't like saying African American.
Black people I mean, if we were all like, say we all moved to Africa. I know this is stupid, but then we would
Right.
see that we are Americans.
I know.
Because
so
we wouldn't
true.
have the same culture
as
the black people in Africa. But what we would see more is that we are more like white Americans than we are like African Americans.
Yeah.
Because our culture is just different.
Right.
You know, one of the things that Americans like to do the most is to be seen.
True.
And we're all first world privileged. That's the reason why we all pretend like we're victims, because we can do that. We don't really realize what's actually going on with people around the world. We say we do, but we really don't.
Right.
Most people don't really understand what it means to be a third world country.
Again, like you always say, there aren't a lot of black people trying to leave America, but there are a lot of black people trying to get into America.
Yeah.
So
I was on Instagram the other day, and again, I haven't really been looking at political stuff since we haven't done
me
our
neither.
show.
I know we haven't either. I haven't either.
But what I will say is, I think I was on Instagram, and because in your feed, I was looking at other stuff, but in your feed, Tim Black, I don't know if anybody knows who he is. He is a political.
I remember Tim Black.
Yeah, he's a political person. He's a far left political guy, and I used to watch him all the time when I used to be lefty back in the day, and he did a reaction to, his name's Theo Von.
Oh, Theo Von, I love Theo.
And the funny reaction that's been going around with Theo Von talks about being poor and white and living next door to black people that were also poor.
You know, my neighborhood was poor black, poor white. That was our neighborhood, you know. So I didn't feel any white privilege. I know some people had it, man, you know. I knew some motherfuckers with sweaters. But I was 2 tank tops in the winter, okay? And I just didn't feel it, you know. I wish I'd have had some white privilege, dude. Sign me up. But I didn't have it, man. It was just poor black kids, poor white kids, man. And my poor black friends would always be like, man, look what you did to us. And I'm like, dude, do you think I would do all that shit to y'all and then move right next door, bro? Now, we gonna split this plum or not, dog?
And Tim Black said this is what a lot of white people try to stand on, that because they're poor, that they're the same as black poor. And I'm like, I'm listening to him, because I haven't really seen Tim Black in a long time, but I'm listening to him, and what he's trying to say is that he said there are differences. One of the differences is that you are white, so you have that privilege. That's something I don't have. And then I thought, no, you completely you completely lost that, because in the stand up the bit, what he said is that he lived in the same neighborhood with lots of white people, with lots of poor black people, and they all lived the same. So his white privilege really did not help him at all.
Right.
I don't believe in white privilege. I believe in American privilege.
Right.
But if we're gonna play that white privilege game, there is black privilege.
If we're gonna play the game, yeah.
And he doesn't want to
100%.
talk about that. The fact that you can be black and say the most horrific things about white people and not get canceled. No one corrects you. No one tells you you're going to lose your platform. No one calls you a racist.
Yeah.
That is black privilege. The fact that you can get into certain institutions because you're black. I like the song.
Yeah.
But I think one thing that white people have to kind of get out of the head is sort of stop trying to make it seem like, because like I don't have a race problem.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I mean?
yeah,
like I don't have you don't.
Yeah.
But the fact that you keep saying it, and then the fact that you keep trying to say that, I'd much rather hear like someone like Mark Dice that just is unapologetically white.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because he's right. The things that he's saying, any other black person would think he was racist, but no, he's right. I'm not going to sit here and cater to a race of people because of something that happened to people that came before them.
Well, there's a lot of white people that I think that, like them, that kind of want to stop all the mess. Or I hate saying ignore it, but in a way, because they know, like, there's a lot, black people know that it makes white people uncomfortable with everything that's going on. That's kind of the point. Remember the Black National Anthem at that football game? That's like the epitome of trying to purposefully make white people uncomfortable.